Okay, boy, it is hot. So, I am in so much pain today. It's beyond belief how much pain I'm in. I am so over this boondocking crap. But anyway, made some new friends today, and they're boondocking. They're from out of state, and up north, and they DoorDash on top of it. So I don't know what possessed him to come here all the way from there, but and especially Daston, he didn't realize that Daston is just a total tourist trap. Now DoorDash is excellent in Daston. It really is. And that's because nobody really wants to do it. Because the order pay is super good, but it's just, a lot of hotels and stuff. So you have to be really good at your DoorDash to get that rigged up right to where it's awesome. And a lot of people don't realize how to do that. But anyway, they brought their cats, their dogs. They got evicted for the pandemic illegally, and so they're here. Can I drive through here too? Thank you. Jesus. Anyway, so they have two vehicles, and I guess they sleep in one bigger one. And he has like a legitimate house air conditioner. He mounted in there. He's got a humongous compressor that's got log chains on it to hold it down. And so they run all that air and stuff with the animals in there while they're door dashing. And I think that generator is probably a gas generator. I'm thinking. I could be wrong. I don't know a lot about all that stuff. But anyway, he's like, man, they don't even have dollar meals here and stuff. I'm like, Destin, Florida? Really? I said, go to Fort Worth. I mean, they haven't, I guess, been out of Destin yet. But they only do the DoorDash stuff in Destin. They said they like it, and they said it's starting to get kind of slow, and it's like, no. But they're looking for a place to live. And yes, they don't enjoy boondocking. Honestly, I can't say how anybody would unless they, are traveling a lot doing it or something. Seeing the world or something, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, they came all the way down here and they were trying to look for a place to live. I said, you won't find anything to live. Especially until August, because anything that is available has not been rented for 3 times the price lately. It's going to go for about $600 to $1,000 a day for tourists. So, don't think you're going to find anything. Probability is like very, very, very incredibly low. It's like 1%, because there are a whole bunch of other people that are homeless in the area due to the pandemic, and they can't get anything for rent. So they've been on the road for about 4 months, and sweet couple, just charming people, man, a young couple. And so I told him about some other places and that, and he was like, well, this guy that's out in Niceville, and he's renting an old raggedy trailer with bugs and rats and everything, and the trailer's really old, and it's like $700 a month. That's a ripoff. I said, that's cheap. That's very cheap for this area. So, yeah. Welcome to Florida. But anyway, yeah, that I guess they just really didn't realize this is a luxury tourist spot, and the only people that live here are people that are retired that have money. Or a lot of times what they do here in Panama is they'll buy some property and then they'll come down and use it when they feel like it, and then the rest of the year they rent it out. God, dog, you idiot. Stick it in there like a slice of toast, will you? But anyway, and then they'll rent it out the rest of the year, and that's income. So this guy just has no clue where he's going. And I would really like to stop at his grocery store and get a meal. Their food is just so darn good over here. But I just can't stand Destin, and right now it's kind of busy, and I just want to see if I can slide the hell out of here. But I can't stand all this tourist stuff. I just need to see if I can escape and get to the other side. So they were telling me that the Cracker Barrel is a good place to boondock too, and there's other people there, and I'm like, I don't know. But I've seen that online too about Cracker Barrels. But yeah, the problem with Destin is it's against city ordinance. They're trying to keep the RVs and the RV parks paying rent when they come here, and then so that those businesses, survive. They don't want them all over the city. So that's the thing, if you have an RV, it's so much harder to put it somewhere. It's going to cost you money just to try to put it in place, other than store it or whatever. But if you're in an SUV or a van or something like that, it's a little easier to boondock. You're not using up tons of parking spaces, and it's not as obvious. It's kind of low profile. But yeah, it's beyond me why those kids are in Destin. So it cost us like $10 to have lunch. And we had dollar meal there. It's like, yeah, because it's Destin. It's a tourist trap. And you're right here in tourist season. So you won't find anything for rent till like August or September, wintertime. If you do, it's slammed full of tourists that have moved here, so it'd be very hard. These people drive like fools. Man. That truck almost ended up with his front end ripped off. Here's a guy with an electric board. Looks like a home built. That was a big old home board. I think it's crooked. Maybe that's better. Yeah, today is the day where I just had that I want to die feeling. There's so much pain. One of the hardest days of boondocking for me was today. Just painful. I mean, totally excruciating. Yep. So tired of this. And the next problem is the heat. The heat is starting to get really bad, so you got to go to bed earlier and get up earlier to avoid that heat, because you can die in it. So, and I went to bed early last night, but obviously not early enough. I did wake up one time, but it was better than the night before, because I was up every 2 hours the night before. Yay, we're about to the bridge. I had some things to do here, but I'm not stopping because I want nothing to do with these tourists. Forget it. I got work to do. I've got to see all my stuff that I did yesterday, see how it looks dried, see where we're at. I hope it comes out good. It would be great. This is where it gets tricky. We're the ones when I want to go to McGuire's. Smells good down here. Woo. Oh, God, I'm out. Well, Crab Island's got some people there. Not a lot, but I mean, probably 30 boats. Maybe 40. Oh. Trying to get past these tourist people looking at the water. So, let me shut that up. Oh my gosh. Poop. I visited with my new friends today for a little bit, and that was fun. And they were kind of wondering places to stay, and I said, it's not Destin. I got a city ordinance on it, so got to be careful. They're looking to get a place to live. They do not like boondocking, so they're working and saving their money so they can get a place. And I told him about the 1,000 Trails campground pass. If you buy the $1,000 one, you get just everything. And he said that sounded great. And say that way they could take, their cars and their setup there. They could set a tent up, whatever. And now I don't know how they handle animals at those places. That would be interesting to know if anybody knows anything about 1,000 Trails and animals. Go ahead and comment below in this vlog. But that's a real neat thing to do with that 1,000 Trails is, they have like a washateria there, and a lot of them have pools, and then they'll have a place where you can plug in your stuff to charge it. And, it's made for RVers and campers and tent people and like SUVers or cars with tents. That's what it is, and you make reservations online to where you want to go, and then it tells you how long you can stay, and you just do it in advance so you have reservations. And they have like places all over the states. They have actually most of the parks around the United States, oddly enough, as I tried to find independent parks that weren't 1,000 Trail, and they were really expensive by the night. So the pass is quite worth it. I got the showers and all that. I went to one. I'm trying to think of where it was at. It was up in the Carolinas. And the security guard let me in. So I said, how much does it cost to pay to take a shower? And he's like, just come on in and go see so-and-so. They'll look you up. He's like, you got your own towel? I'm like, yeah. And they let me in, and what a nice place. Oh my gosh. And I thought I was going to get busted, but they were very, very nice to me. And then I went and got a brochure of the place, and went and talked to somebody too about it, to see if it was something I'd be interested in for traveling on the road when you can't get a hotel because they're all booked out or 5 times the price because of an event. So looks like somebody has broke down here. Probably ran out of gas. Raggedy Beamer. 75 degrees, feels like 80 for sure. It's about 11:30 in the day. Some people at the beach there. My voice is already hoarse because I was rapping with my friends at a social distance outside. So I kind of had to raise my voice so they could hear me. Plus he had his compressor running and stuff, so it was pretty loud. Cool because, I told him, I said, if you get a membership at Planet Fitness, they're like, he's like, I have one. And I'm like, well, hell, you need to be over there too. So that'll be nice. They check that out. Sheriff's sitting right over there. So you guys better watch your speed limit. I was about 4 miles over myself, so. They give you a ticket for 5 miles and over. They really do. In Alabama, I was at a place where they tried to give me a ticket for 2 miles over. And I begged to differ with him because that's not what my dash was reading. And my dash was accurate. I went and had it tested after that, and it was to the T. So he might have just been harassing me. There's some people over there at the convention center today. Doing a lot of groundwork out front there. Oh, the pain. I took a bunch of vitamins yesterday. Feel like 100% crap today. See, I got up about 9, tried to lay back down again until about 10. And I opened the windows and stuff. Please get in your side of the street. Do not drive into me. Because these people are all over the road, obviously, because they're playing on the phone. But, it'd be nice for you to pick a lane because you've been driving in mine and the other one for a little ways here. Well, thanks for riding with me.